Hey everyone, I wanted to talk about the m12 ratchet from Milwaukee. And the reason I want to talk about it is I want to talk about fixing them. As you can see, this one has a broken anvil, and I've also damaged a few. So number one, I broke a pin in the head before, and I ended up having to order the whole assembly just for that pin, and it was around $25. This one, the motor is also shot. So I just kind of wanted to do a video to talk about taking these apart, and it's really simple. First thing to know, there's gonna be a snap ring right here. This one's lost. This is a spare parts one at the moment because it's gonna cost a good $50 to fix and repair. So you take that snap ring out, and this whole assembly will slide out from the back. Try to show that. Okay. And you'll see this is also missing a little pin here, but you'll have 4 pins. These all have springs behind them. And usually, you're gonna have to order this assembly and just replace it. There's not much you can do about that if you do end up breaking something internally. But I wanted to talk about my ratchet was actually slipping. Sorry, let me see if I can get this out. I don't have my pliers and stuff here with me today. I don't know if it's metallic. Yeah, it is. All right, so I actually had mine slipping, so I just pulled this pin out and then slide this guy out of here. And you'll see inside of here, sorry if I can't get a good angle here, that's the pin that I broke previously. It just free spins once that pin breaks. Okay, I'm gonna knock that out. Okay, as you can see, that's just a rounded pin with a little spring on the back. And so I just fixed my other ratchet today because this groove was out of alignment. So where this pin, this pin, as you recall, sits in here. Sorry if I'm getting out of focus a lot. I don't have the right camera for this. This pin sits in here, right? And it will actually sit through and it will press against that, right? So this actually got out of alignment, and my ratchet would just randomly start free spinning, it just starts slipping. And I thought the assembly was broken again. I'm like, oh, great. But once I took it apart, I saw like that pin was just out of alignment. And once I set it back in there, it could mess up again. But once I set it back in there, it's working like a dream again. So that's pretty nice. If you do need to go further into this, so I did want to mention too, if you align this right, this guy just slides out. I've taken these whole things apart to get these out before, and I found out like, oh, it just slides right off if you get that, that rotating mechanism in the right spot. What I ran into today was these screws holding this thing together. So what you have is 4 T10 screws around the top, just on each corner. Well, then you have T8 screws along the side. So you got, 5 of those. What's really frustrating about that is you cannot get a normal stubby, T8 into there. So what I ended up having to do is, you can see my handy grind work here, I had to grind this down to get it to reach down in there to take that screw out. I just find that really frustrating. It's almost like it's intentional or something, you know. Most people don't even have a T8 in the first place. So you drive this pin out right here from this lever, and I went ahead and did that already. And like I said, you'll have 4 screws up top. So here we have it apart. And I just wanted to show, like I said, this one, the motor's burnt up. It's just smoking like crazy. But I wanted to show this just in case you wanted to fix, you know, to see what you're looking at. You're looking at a soldered motor that's gonna have to be removed. There's one little set pin in here that you pull out, and this assembly will slide apart. And so here's your motor, a little washer on there. So really, you know, if you know how to solder, which is really easy, you know, you just burn those 2 off and you're good to go. Oops. Like I said, these are $150 now. It's no joke. I also wanted to show what's going on in here. You got a few little gears and stuff. It can be a bit intimidating, you know. But you've got just a little gear assembly, and these will actually slide off if you needed to try to replace those. What I'm gonna do is I'd like to put a link in the description. Obviously, I don't have any views, so I'm not sponsored or anything, but I just wanted to share the site that I've been ordering my replacement parts from, because like I said, $25 for a head compared to $150 for a new ratchet. But I also wanted to cover, you know, some of these special, quote unquote, special tools you're gonna need, because that is a very deep screw hole there, and you will have to either have an extended T8, which I have a lot of tools that I do not have, or you're gonna have to do what I did and, you know, shave it down. Hopefully this gives you an idea of what to expect if you do want to tear yours down or replace the housing, replace the motor, whatever you want to do. Let me know if you have any other questions or anything else. Thanks for watching.